Such a thing like this has come from a place of righteousness, and righteousness means that if you're right, there's somebody wrong, and the righteousness needs to go proselytize. Righteousness needs to proselytize because that's what righteousness is, as it builds an army against the evil of the left. I respect this. That current, الكلمة علشان هي مكتوبة, okay, the word has its own plan, and we are servants of that power, and if that power says do this, you do it. But it doesn't come from proselytization, aka a mind state, which means righteousness versus, what's the opposite of righteous? Disrighteous? So if you're righteous, they're unrighteous, and the righteous must fight against the unrighteous, and that comes from a mind state, and it's polar opposite, which means you have to now go save people to bring them towards the light, because the light is you and not them. And reality in its own self, let's say, if we would say truth, doesn't need to do that. But truth isn't quiet. It may have a silent sound, and there's no more powerful sound than silence. Ask any musician that actually knows music. In fact, we can say that all the cacophonic noises these fuckers make is so that there's a moment of silence and you can hear the silence, because silence is the most powerful sound. So that sound current, if we can call it like this, sound current because it's the kalima, عشان الكلمة مكتوبة, because the word is spoken, is written, I apologize, right? So it's a sound. If we speak about written word, you understand? So it's making a sound. The sound may be silent to the deaf ears, but it is resonating, and it has its own agenda. It's following, it is its story through time. So it will fulfill its function as it has to, and when it has to express itself, it will find its channels of expression, and those who are fortunate to be of service to that word are servants. But it's not coming from, this is better than this is the truth. The moment you say it's the truth, is it the truth? Well, it's not the truth, but you go right into the mind state of duality, and this is good, this is bad, this is truth, this is unrighteous, and that means you need to proselytize, and means you need to go out recruiting, etc., etc. Now, I have no problem with that. I'm just saying, reality must have something more organic to itself, which doesn't mean it doesn't have its own agencies, it doesn't mean it doesn't have its own organizational principles, but it doesn't come from the mind that we're accustomed to, which is with its righteousness, unrighteousness, and proselytization. It doesn't come from that, but it doesn't mean that al-kalma cannot organize itself. It's just not using the same agencies, that means the mind.